A moment of reflection and revelation as the billionaire stood there. The words of the homeless boy echoed in his mind. He hesitated, caught between the wealth he had accumulated and the unexpected wisdom coming from this young boy. The restaurant was filled with the aroma of delicious food, and the clinking of silverware surrounded him. But in that moment, everything else faded away. Who was this boy to speak out against his choices? This encounter forced him to reflect on his life and the choices he had made. The billionaire, who had spent decades building his empire, often prioritized success over personal connection. He thought back to his childhood, filled with dreams and ambitions, and how those aspirations had led him to a life of luxury. Yet, standing before the boy, he realized that wealth had not shielded him from the profound loneliness that often accompanied success. It made him ponder the true value of life. Was it about accumulating wealth or nurturing relationships? In a personal experience of mine, I once met a successful entrepreneur who had everything: wealth, fame, and respect, but he admitted that he felt isolated. His story resonated with me. Despite his success, he lacked the fulfillment that comes from meaningful connections. It's fascinating how society often equates success with happiness, yet the reality can be quite different. Curiosity stirred within the billionaire as he approached the boy, who looked at him with wide, innocent eyes. "Why shouldn't I eat that?" he asked, genuinely interested. The boy hesitated for a moment before sharing a piece of his life. He explained how he had once been in a similar situation, with dreams of a better life, and how he had learned that not all food is created equal. In his experience, many wealthy individuals indulged in meals without considering the impact on those who struggled to find food daily. He shared stories of how food waste was a daily occurrence and how he had witnessed countless people go hungry while others wasted food without a second thought. This revelation struck a chord with the billionaire. He began to realize that his wealth had insulated him from the realities faced by those less fortunate. It was a humbling moment, one that called for self-examination. In reflecting on this, I couldn't help but recall a volunteer experience at a local shelter, where I saw firsthand the struggles many faced. It opened my eyes to the importance of compassion and serving others, reminding me that we all have a role to play in our communities. The boy's honesty encouraged the billionaire to share his own experiences, and as they talked, a connection began to form. The conversation evolved into a discussion about dreams, hopes, and the often overlooked value of community. The boy expressed his desire to finish school and pursue a career, while the billionaire shared his journey of building a business from the ground up. Their stories intertwined, illustrating the unique challenges faced by both the wealthy and the marginalized. As they exchanged experiences, the billionaire felt a shift within himself. He realized that wealth comes with a responsibility to uplift others, and the boy's perspective illuminated a path he had previously ignored. It was a poignant reminder that true success is not measured by the size of one's bank account, but by the positive impact one can have on the lives of others. In the end, the billionaire decided not to eat the meal he had initially ordered. Instead, he shared it with the boy, symbolizing a newfound connection between them. This act of kindness was not just about sharing food, but represented a larger commitment to understanding and addressing the challenges faced by individuals in the community. It inspired the billionaire to explore ways he could contribute positively to society. As I reflect on this part of the story, it's evident that the interactions between the billionaire and the homeless boy carry profound lessons. They remind us that true understanding comes from empathy and willingness to listen. We often get so caught up in our lives that we forget to look around and connect with those who are struggling. In sharing their stories, they taught each other about compassion, humility, and the importance of recognizing the humanity in everyone, regardless of their circumstances. A moment of reflection and revelation as the billionaire stood frozen in place. The words of the homeless boy reverberated in his mind, igniting a whirlwind of thoughts and emotions. It was a surreal moment, surrounded by the clamor of the bustling restaurant, yet completely captivated by the poignant message delivered by a child who had experienced the harsh realities of life. He had come to enjoy a lavish meal, a small indulgence in his world of wealth, but now he found himself grappling with a profound dilemma. Was he truly living his best life, or merely existing in a bubble of privilege. The boy's urgent plea had struck a chord within him. It resonated deeply, prompting him to reflect on his own choices, values, and the life he had built. In the silence that followed, he was forced to confront a harsh truth. His pursuit of success had come at a cost. He had amassed great wealth but had neglected the essence of living: connection, empathy, and purpose. Curiosity took hold, and he approached the boy with a mix of apprehension and intrigue. "Why shouldn't I eat that?" he asked, genuinely seeking to understand the deeper meaning behind the boy's warning. The boy hesitated, his eyes flickering with the weight of his experiences, and then shared a glimpse of his life, a life that unfolded under the shadow of the city's towering skyscrapers. "I once thought food was just food," he began, his voice steady yet tinged with emotion. "But when I found myself on the streets, I learned that it can mean so much more. For some of us, each meal is a lifeline, a glimmer of hope." The boy spoke of nights spent scavenging for discarded meals, of the camaraderie shared with fellow homeless friends who understood the struggle. His words painted a vivid picture of resilience amidst adversity, a narrative that many might overlook in their daily lives. The billionaire listened intently, captivated by the boy's stories. He recalled moments from his own childhood, memories that felt almost like a distant dream now. He had grown up with aspirations, a burning desire to create a better life for himself and his family. But in the relentless pursuit of his goals, he had lost touch with those dreams, replaced by an insatiable hunger for success that often overshadowed the importance of compassion. "Once, I saw a man toss away a perfectly good sandwich," the boy continued, his voice rising with intensity. "I couldn't understand how someone could waste food while others are starving. It made me feel invisible, like my struggles didn't matter." The boy's eyes sparkled with passion, and it was clear that he held onto dreams, despite the harsh realities he faced. "I want to go back to school and learn. I want to be someone who helps others, not just a face on the street." In that moment, the billionaire realized the stark contrast between their lives. Here was a young boy with dreams unshackled by his circumstances, yet burdened by the weight of reality. His ambition shone brightly, illuminating the path toward a better future. It became evident to the billionaire that wealth did not guarantee fulfillment. It was the pursuit of dreams, the commitment to giving back, and the connections forged along the way that truly mattered. Feeling a sense of vulnerability, the billionaire shared his own journey. "I built my company from scratch, but I lost myself in the process," he admitted, his voice reflecting a mix of pride and regret. "I became so focused on success that I forgot to savor life's simple pleasures. I've missed out on the joy of relationships, the laughter of friends, and the beauty of making a difference." The boy nodded in understanding, his gaze steady and reassuring. "You're not alone," he replied softly. "We all get lost sometimes. The important thing is to find our way back." His words hung in the air, rich with wisdom beyond his years. They spoke to the billionaire's heart, stirring something deep within him, a yearning for connection, purpose, and a renewed commitment to his values. As their conversation unfolded, they explored dreams, ambitions, and the power of community. The boy articulated his vision of opening a community center, a place where children could escape the hardships of life, learn, and grow. It was a dream that seemed ambitious yet attainable. The billionaire, inspired by the boy's passion, began to see the potential for collaboration. "What if we work together?" he proposed, a glimmer of excitement lighting up his eyes. "I have the resources to help you turn that dream into reality." This proposition ignited a spark of hope in the boy's heart. "You really mean that?" he asked, disbelief mingling with excitement. "I would love to help others, to give them the opportunities one didn't have." The billionaire could feel the weight of this moment. Two lives intertwining in a shared mission to uplift others, to transform the landscape of their community. As they brainstormed ideas, the conversation flowed seamlessly, transitioning from grand visions to practical steps. They discussed partnerships with local organizations, fundraising events, and even the possibility of mentorship programs. The boy's enthusiasm was infectious, a reminder of the power of youthful dreams and the potential for change. Reflecting on this newfound connection, the billionaire felt a rush of clarity. His wealth had always been a means to an end, but now it became a tool for impact. It was no longer about accumulating more for himself. It was about sharing, empowering, and creating a legacy that extended beyond the balance sheets. In that moment, he understood that true fulfillment lies not in material possessions but in the lives touched, the smiles created, and the dreams fulfilled. The exchange became a turning point for both of them. The boy, with his hopeful spirit, inspired the billionaire to reevaluate his priorities, to see the world through a different lens. As they shared laughter and ideas, the restaurant around them faded into the background, and they found themselves in a space filled with possibility. When the food finally arrived, the billionaire didn't simply dig in. Instead, he set the table for the boy, inviting him to join in the meal. It was a gesture of respect, a symbol of their shared journey. They savored the food together, each bite rich with meaning. The meal became a celebration of their connection, a fusion of two worlds, united by a common purpose. As they dined, the billionaire found himself reflecting on the lessons learned from this encounter. He realized that every person has a story, a struggle, and a dream. The boy's words echoed in his mind. We all have dreams, just like you. It became a mantra, a reminder that dreams are universal and deserving of respect, regardless of one's circumstances. This experience opened the billionaire's eyes to the realities faced by those who often go unnoticed. It ignited a fire within him to become an advocate for change, to use his influence to raise awareness about the challenges faced by the homeless and underprivileged. He envisioned initiatives that would not only provide immediate relief but also empower individuals to break free from the cycle of poverty. As the meal came to an end, the billionaire felt a profound sense of gratitude for this unexpected encounter. The boy had not only challenged his perspective but had also reignited a sense of purpose he thought he had lost. They parted ways with promises to reconnect, to collaborate on their dreams, and to ensure that the bond forged that day would lead to something greater. In reflecting on their time together, I couldn't help but think of my own experiences with community service and how they shaped my understanding of the world. Volunteering at local shelters taught me the importance of empathy and connection. It reminded me that we all share a common humanity, and small acts of kindness can ripple through our communities, creating waves of change. Lessons learned and a call to action as the billionaire exited the restaurant. A heavy weight settled on his heart, one that could no longer be ignored. His encounter with the homeless boy was not just a fleeting moment. It had ignited a fire within him, a realization that would shape his future. The boy's desperate plea, "Don't eat that," echoed in his mind, becoming a mantra that prompted introspection and a deep reckoning with his values. In the days that followed, the billionaire found himself reflecting on his life and the world around him. The glitz and glamour that once captivated him began to fade, replaced by a profound awareness of the struggles faced by many, including the boy who had stood before him with so much courage and dignity. It was a reminder that true wealth is not measured by financial success but by the ability to touch, live, and inspire change. The homeless boy, with his dreams and aspirations, represented so many who fight daily against overwhelming odds. The billionaire's heart ached at the thought of the boy's experiences, his struggle for basic necessities, the dreams that seemed out of reach, and the silent battles waged in a world that often overlooks the marginalized. This revelation was a pivotal moment for the billionaire, compelling him to confront his own privilege and the complacency that had clouded his vision. With renewed purpose, the billionaire began to seek out ways to give back. He reached out to local organizations dedicated to alleviating homelessness and poverty, eager to learn more about the systemic issues at play and how he could make a difference. His conversations with community leaders opened his eyes to the complexities of homelessness, stories of families forced into shelters, children deprived of stable homes, and individuals yearning for a chance to rebuild their lives. Together with the boy, they decided to launch a project that would not only provide immediate relief, but also create sustainable pathways for growth and empowerment. Their vision was to establish a community center, a sanctuary where young people could find safety, support, and the resources needed to thrive. This center would serve as a hub for mentorship programs, educational workshops, and skill-building activities, offering the tools necessary for individuals to break the cycle of poverty and pursue their dreams. As the project took shape, the boy transformed from a passive observer into a passionate advocate for change. His resilience inspired others to join their cause, and soon a diverse group of volunteers and donors rallied around their vision. The community center became a beacon of hope, drawing individuals from all walks of life who believed in the power of collective action. Children filled the halls with laughter, participating in after-school programs, art classes, and mentorship sessions that nurtured their creativity and ambition. The grand opening of the community center was a momentous occasion, filled with joy, hope, and the promise of new beginnings. The billionaire stood beside the boy, both of them beaming with pride as they watched the community come together. It was a celebration not just of a physical space, but of a shared vision for a brighter future. A future where dreams could take flight, regardless of one's background. In the weeks and months that followed, the impact of their efforts rippled through the community. Stories of transformation began to emerge. Young people who had once felt lost now found purpose through the programs offered at the center. They were learning valuable skills, gaining confidence, and discovering their voices. The boy, who had once stood at the crossroads of despair, became a symbol of resilience and hope, inspiring others to dream bigger and strive for more. This journey illuminated profound lessons for both the billionaire and the community. The experience reinforced the idea that kindness is a powerful catalyst for change. The small act of reaching out and recognizing someone's humanity can spark a movement that transforms lives. It reminded them that everyone has a story worth telling, and by listening and engaging with one another, we can build a more compassionate and inclusive society. As the community center flourished, the billionaire became increasingly aware of the power of his platform. He utilized his resources not only to support the center, but also to advocate for policy changes addressing homelessness and poverty on a larger scale. His voice became a beacon for those without one, challenging systemic injustices and calling for action. He encouraged others in his circle to follow suit, sparking conversations about philanthropy and social responsibility that rippled through the business community. The boy's final words, "We all have dreams, just like you," remained etched in the billionaire's heart. It was a poignant reminder that aspirations are not confined to a privileged few but are a fundamental human right. This realization fueled his commitment to ensuring that everyone, regardless of their circumstances, has the opportunity to dream, grow, and succeed. In conclusion, this story is more than just a tale of a billionaire and a homeless boy. It is a powerful testament to the potential for change that resides within all of us. It calls us to examine our lives and the ways we can contribute to the well-being of others. Each of us possesses the ability to make a difference, whether through our time, resources, or simply by extending a hand to those in need. Let this narrative inspire us to embrace empathy, foster connections, and take action toward building a better world. We must remember that life's true richness comes from the relationships we cultivate and the kindness we extend. Together, we can turn dreams into reality and create a future where hope, love, and compassion prevail. Ultimately, it is our shared responsibility to lift one another up, to ensure that no dream goes unacknowledged, and to commit ourselves to making a lasting impact, one act of kindness at a time. By carrying this message forward, we can collectively shape a brighter tomorrow, where everyone has the opportunity to thrive and contribute to the tapestry of our diverse humanity. Thank you for watching. If you found this story as inspiring as we did, please take a moment to like this video and share it with your friends and family. Your support helps us spread messages of hope and compassion to more people. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more uplifting stories and incredible journeys that can make a difference in the world. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Together, we can create a ripple effect of kindness and positive change. Let's make the world a better place, one story at a time. Thank you for being part of our community.